Okay, we're here at the Black Bear Invitational 2019. We get one of the featured races, the 3,200 meters. And it's a little bit cold and windy up here, a little bit of rain. But we got a star-studded field here. So it's Jim McKenzie and Violet Sullivan.
This looks like it's going to be a really fast race today.
So Violet, you know all these girls?
This is a stacked field right now. It should be some fast times, even though the weather is a little rainy right now.
I mean, you got the fourth best girl in New England, lane 2, Kelly Coffin. Lauren Robinson got the barrel start, so I mean, it's just gonna.
Caroline Toll, Caroline Fisher,
Maya Doobie. Jeez, everybody, huh?
It's stacked.
Sun's starting to try to peek out.
Looks like it. The rain stopped a little bit. And they're off.
Oh, we got the clock there. Good. I was just checking to make sure that we could see it from where we're at. So hopefully they push the pace a little bit and we get a good time. So I'm sure you're chomping at the bit. You'd like to be out there right now.
It's actually really fun to get to watch this race. If I was in it, I wouldn't get to see this happening. So it's exciting to see it such a stacked field right now.
So we got Maya Doobie out in front, and she's the indoor state champion for the Division II 1500 and the mile and the 2 mile, or just the 1500.
I think 1500.
1500, and she did well. She did well all the way up through New England.
She's had a great year, yeah. The wind's picking up a little bit right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to turn to the west, and if it does that, then we'd be a lot better off because then it'd have to go through the woods. So we're looking at some of the seed times on this, and Lauren Robinson comes in as the #1 seed, but she's always tough. So, it's anybody's game in there, probably.
Still early in the season.
And we got some girls from Maine also, Delaney Hessler and Christine Toy.
So they just went in about 124, 125. Still looks pretty tight right now.
Yeah. And Callie Coffin, she didn't run indoor, right?
She was out, yeah. Oh, she ran D1s.
She ran D1s.
And I'm assuming a race before that.
And missed a bunch of cross country.
But yeah, that was unfortunate.
So if she can get it back together, she's going to be tough. Only a sophomore.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, your teammate did good yesterday in the Penn Relays. Ran a 4:20 mile.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
After a big delay. He's having a great season.
Definitely.
He's placed 6th place at the Penn Relay, so that's pretty prestigious. I think he wanted to go a little faster, but sometimes that's just the way it goes in those races.
So it looks like Caroline Fisher's in the lead right now. They're still, so they're going in about 2:45 for the 800 right now.
Yep, so we're looking at an 11-minute 3,200.
Maya, Caroline, Lauren, and Addie's up there.
Excuse me 1 second.
So it's still pretty tight. Everyone looks like they're just holding back a little bit, trying not to lead too much. Maya and Lauren up front together. Definitely going to be a very exciting race. So they're almost at 3 laps in, and it's still pretty tight.
Yeah, Carolyn's out just a little bit, and Maya's out in the second lane running. Carolyn is starting, now she's starting to make a decent move.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing you have to cover.
The rest of them are staying back, though.
Yeah. You know that was deliberate right there.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is one person to make a move, and then everyone else just starts picking it up after the first couple laps. But doesn't look like, actually, it is stringing out a little bit more. Caroline's put a big lead on right now, though.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, she's strong. She looks good. I used to play counting games when that would happen. I would start picking, you know, objects that are right there, and I'd start counting and figure out how much enough, see if I was gaining a little bit. And then once you start to get the momentum back with a pack, you can bring them on.
That's a good strategy. I'll definitely do that when I'm back running.
You know what I mean, though? Just
yeah,
you just pick an object that doesn't move, and you start counting. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'd be like, all right, now I'm gaining a little bit.
So is this is the mile, and Caroline just went in 5:28.
Right.
Looks like. Maya, 5:35. So they're all still close.
Yeah, Lauren Robinson's dropped back quite a bit.
She's a great finish, though, so still have a mile to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got plenty of time in the 3,200.
It's just a waiting game. See whoever takes it out, and then everyone else is just sitting back.
So she has a 7-second lead right now.
Okay.
So we'll see. And is that for Verker in third?
Yes, it is. So
she had a great cross-country season also.
She did have a fantastic season. So Caroline, Maya, Claire. No major pack right now. It's all still, it's pretty strung out, actually.
Yeah, Carolyn looks good. I mean, she's strong.
She does look good, so 3 laps to go.
These are critical laps, these next 2 laps. Anybody can finish. It's these laps here that you've really got to concentrate.
Mm-hmm. The race really only happens with 3 laps to go. The rest of it's just a waiting game.
Yep, exactly. A 6-second lead now. I think if Verka could get up on Maya, they could make a little run at it.
They definitely could.
And the other thing that's nice in these situations, it's not always so nice in indoor when you're lapping people because it gets so tight.
Mm-hmm.
But in outdoors, you got another person up ahead of you. You just kind of like mentally pretend that person's in the race, and you start trying to gun them down.
Exactly. That's especially helpful in a 32. So almost 800 to go. About 900 to go right now. Caroline's still in the lead, but
she's starting to run up and down a little bit now. So she's tiring.
Maya's picking it up a little bit too.
5-second lead now.
Okay.
So when you start seeing yourself running up and down versus running forward, that's a sign. I think she's got enough there.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, I'll tell you, Maya's coming on pretty good.
They could definitely catch up right now. Maya's putting a lead on Claire right now. And it's about 1, 2, 3 second gap on the next two.
I don't know if she's going to catch her or not. I think Fisher's holding on. And now where she's starting to come up on these other ones. So Maya's got to make a good move here.
Mm-hmm. You can either get stuck behind or you can use it to help you when lapping. Yeah, Caroline's looking strong.
Yep.
So 1 to go.
She's maintained a 5-second lead, so she looks
She looks strong.
Yep.
Maya does too. Claire looks great.
Callie Coffin's got some work to do, huh? She'll be there.
She's healthy again, so that's great.
Yep. If she doesn't make it this spring, I'm sure she'll be back for cross-country season.
Mm-hmm.
Spring just seems like a short season.
It definitely does.
Oh.
I feel like indoor and outdoor are almost one season combined.
Next year, you're off to college. You're going to realize how short it is. You got to be in shape in winter to be good for spring. It's so short. That was the biggest thing I had to learn right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. It's going to be great. So Caroline is finishing strong right now.
Maya's,
oh my God.
Maya's coming hard. Boy, I tell you.
Wow.
If Maya had only.
Okay, so Caroline just under 11, then Maya.
Yeah. Maya had a lot left in the tank.
That was a fantastic kick.
It was Claire Ververker. 11-13.
Mm-hmm. This is Ella Whitman.
Lauren Robinson, Rachel Hurley.
Mm-hmm.
Addison Cox.
Finishing strong. Ariana Bracchio.
Bracchio's come a long ways, too. She looks good.
Definitely does.
Callie Coffin. Caroline, she's Caroline Toll. She won a couple state championships this year, indoor.
Amazing Division I.
Yeah, and that led them to the. I know it's a sore subject.
No, it was an amazing. Those were amazing races.
Yeah,
definitely.
that was
100%
close.
Deserved. It was very exciting at the end.
I've been on the losing end of a couple indoors, like 1 point to Nashua. We would beat them in spring, but in indoor they would get us and come right down to the last event.
Hey, if you win everything, you don't appreciate it
No,
as much.
you're right. We made a lot of friends during that time. We had part of 5 state championships that were all decided by like 1 or 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it would always come right down to that relay.
The relays are so exciting at the end. I feel like it always comes down to the relays.
Yeah, it does. So in the boys' race, should be a good one. I got a battle of last year's Black Bear Invitational cross-country guys where David Reynolds just beat Eli Bosch Dining. So today we'll see how they stand. But Eli Bosch Dining, Dave Reynolds, Dave Cook, Andy O'Brien of Oyster River, Luke Tazik of Co-Brown, Danny Donovan of Trinity, Wyatt Mackey of Co-Brown, Dawson Doughboy of Co-Brown, James Sullivan, that's your brother, Exeter. Yep. Colin Donnelly, Winnicunnet, Nathan Stein of Sauhegan, Matt Reynolds of Merrimack Valley, Matt Griffin of Londonderry, Zach Ennis of Belmont, Justin Thomason of Bonnie Eagle, Harrison Kim, Conval, John Murphy, Concord, Landon Vaillancourt, Mass Messinic, Logan Thibault, Messinic, Carter Shade of Sauhegan, Aiden Gleason, Concord, Ethan McPhee, Sauhegan, Lars Hogney of Co Brown, Noah Terracina from Winnicott, Austin Dennis of Winnicott. So 25 guys in this race. And, you know, I mean, you look at the seed times, but, you know,
it's too early in the season.
Yeah.
To,
I mean, Eli's tough. Dave
right
Reynolds is tough. You know, Colin Donnelly, you can't sleep on him. There's a lot of good guys in this heat.
Yeah, they could work together to get some good early season times right now.
And that's what I hope they do. I've been saying this right along. It's like, guys, force the pace a little bit, and you could be surprised. Like last weekend, Lucas Arumbaro of Brookline led Jake Winslow and my son to a great race because they didn't care about the place. They cared about running fast.
Right.
And if you run fast,
doesn't matter what place you come in, you still have the time.
Yeah, and you kind of owe it to the younger guys too to get them. I mean, I hate to say it. It's nice to win this race, but if you run a 10-minute 3,200 and you win, no one really cares.
Exactly.
If you run a 10-minute in the state meet and win, you're still a state champion. So it's a good thing.
Right,
so learn to run fast. And it looks like they're going out fast. So
there's times to run fast and times to go for place.
Right.
Definitely the state meets go for place for the points.
Exactly. It's just like the Olympics. The best guy doesn't always win the Olympics. it can be some guy that just wants it a little bit more and has a great kick. It can be some guy that forces the pace. You never know.
Exactly.
So David Reynolds is taking it out pretty good, and hopefully he'll keep the pedal to the metal because he needs to drop down too. He runs 9:45 a lot. He can definitely break 9:30. Last year, Max Island came here and ran a 9:32. Following week, he went down to Lauk's game and ran a 9:24.
Wow. Okay, so that was it like 108? 109?
Yeah, like 68. So they're on good pace right now.
It's warming up a little bit right now, too. The rain's mostly stopped.
I was talking to Eli Boschstein, and he wasn't at practice all week, and he goes down to, I think, like Louisiana, and he does like a mission thing every year. Yeah. He's been doing it for quite a while. I don't know if it's like with homeless people or something, but he, you know, it's a nice charity thing that he does.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, some people don't come to this race if they're still on vacation, or sometimes vacation week could change a little bit how people do.
Yeah, you never know. So they look good. Coming through in 2:22, so that's 4:44 pace. So right on 9:28. I would love to see someone go, you know, low 9:30 or under 9:30.
Yeah, that would be great. It's still pretty tight right now.
3,200 meters in 6th place from Condell, Rachel Hurley in 5th place.
David Reynolds leading the way. You got Noah. What did I say? You got Eli Boschsteining in second.
Gust of wind right now.
Colin Donnelly in third. Dave Cook in fourth. Landon Valancourt in fifth.
And the winner with a time of 10:59.40 from Bishop Gorton, Carolyn Fisher. After I announce the results of an event, the top 3 athletes.
Kid from Belmont stuff, too. He just ran a 2:03 half the other day, Zach Innes.
Yeah. He's staying up there right now.
So 3:37 they came through it. You got Dawson Dubois, Luke Kazik, Wyatt Mackey. They're all right in there running together. It was a big field.
Yeah, this is a great meet. So many schools are here right now. gives everyone an opportunity to race against the best in the state early in the season.
So we got a new leader, Eli Boschstein and Colin Donnelly and David Reynolds. I'm not sure who the best kicker is out of there. I mean, Dave Reynolds has got a decent kick. He's got a sneaky kick.
Mm-hmm. Let the others do the work for a little bit.
Yep.
They're still early in the race.
I think Colin Donnelly is a pretty good run. I mean, he's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of upside to him. Landon Valancourt, he's tough too. He had a great cross country season, finishing 18th in New England.
That was fantastic.
His whole race right now is hanging with those guys.
He needs to close that gap a little bit so he's not doing all the work right now on his own.
Well, they came through in 450, so they basically at 940. And that's David Reynolds going back to the lead.
So there's that front pack,
Yep.
then Landon, then the next pack, and another pack. So the race is almost 3 parts right now.
Wind is howling.
Everyone's grabbing the tents, hoping they don't fly over. Earlier a tent flew over, I saw.
Yeah, they can be dangerous.
Lindsay, have it?
So it's David Reynolds, Colin Donnelly, Eli Boschstein, and tight pack.
Share the space for a little bit, though.
3 of 6:03. So they kind of drop Landon. And like 7 seconds behind them, you get the next pack. Wyatt Mackey, Andy O'Brien, Zach Ennis, Luke Kasich, Boston Walk.
This pack is spinning up a little bit right now.
This is still anybody's race. They got a decent one going.
I think the chase pack is picking up a little bit.
Yep, they look like they're going to swallow Landon up here pretty quick.
Honestly, though, if he can work with them, that's better than running on his own.
Exactly.
Yeah, you never want to be on your own in a 32. Hurts so much more.
Unless you're way out in front and can
True.
enjoy yourself. That's
True.
But I always like company. It's Colin Donnelly just riding his shoulder.
Could be anyone's race right now. It's so tight.
7:17 with 2 to go.
They're all looking pretty strong.
Comes Andy O'Brien up on Landon. Landon trying to hold him up. Zach Ennis, though. Look at him. Tyler Kasich, Wyatt Mackey,
My brother
James Sullivan. Some kids are having a great day. Other kids are having a tough day today. That's the product of vacation sometimes.
Good days and bad days.
Yep.
There was some weather last night. Like I know my family came in a little bit later than we thought, so if flights were delayed or.
Yeah. Colin Donnelly's in the lead now. Dave Reynolds sitting on him. So they're all still tight. Eli Boschsteinen's in third.
Seriously, could be anyone's race right now. They're still so tight.
Coming through at 8.
Comes down to who's the best kicker or who decides to make a move.
So 8:30 they're coming in at, so they're probably going to run around 9:35 to 9:40 range. Anybody's race. Landon's holding them off, though.
Yeah, he is.
Austin Dennis having a pretty good race. He's made up a lot of ground.
He has.
That is Austin, right? Austin Dennis or Nor Terracina. Which one? I'm not sure. Winnicott. Well, look at this race, how it's setting up, how tight they are. Well, David Reynolds is trying to make a move on Donnelly. Looks like Reynolds is going to take this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, he's got a good finishing kick. Eli doesn't seem to be able to go with him, but yeah, that's a nice kick.
Very nice kick.
Nice job. David Reynolds, 9:35.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
9:38 for Eli Bosch-Dinan.
9:41, 42.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have had a little bit better kick there because I don't think he's ever broken 9:40 if he just finish through.
Have to keep running through the
You
finish
do.
line.
Look at this. Look at this. Now these two I have to run
Exactly.
through. Andy O'Brien.
Don't slow down.
No. $10.04. Luke Kasich, Dawson Dubois, 10.09. Your brother, 10.10.
Yeah, that's
Wyatt
great.
Mackey, 10.12.
Mm-hmm. Strong kick.
With the Cole-Brown Hurdle Crew, please report to your stations at this time. The Cole-Brown
Yeah, you got to finish. You got to finish all the way through. Lars Hogney, 10:37.
Even if you don't have a strong kick, you need to run. You need to pretend
Yeah.
the finish line is at least 5 feet in front of you.
Yep, exactly.
high hurdles.
It's tragic when you get past right
Oh
at
my
the finish
God.
because you slow down.
I don't want to be that guy that causes a state championship because I didn't finish
Oh
hard.
no.
Run through it. Like I say, that he would have broken 9:40 if he finished straight through, and I don't think he's ever broken 9:40. He might have, but it's just another
Next
barrier. Next week, hopefully. So what do we got up next?
Is this hurdles right now?
Hurdles.
So this is just trials coming up.
No, that was good, David Reynolds. That was a good run. So
So we have the trials, and then we have unseated miles. And then I think the middle school mile. My sister's actually in that.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Is her name Sophie?
Charlotte.
Charlotte? Oh, Sophie Sullivan's from Oyster River, right?
Mm-hmm.
All girls in the please check in at this time. All girls in the hurdles, check in.
So unseated girls, right?
Yeah. And then I think, so the morning session is the unseated, and then I think it starts again with finals, right, for
Right.
hurdles, and then the seated miles.
That is called. You must report in at that time. If you don't, you're going to miss your event. Girls hurdle. I have the results. I have the result of the boys 3,200 meters. In 6th place from Winnicott, Noah Tassina. In 5th place from a scenic regional, Landon Valancourt. In 4th place from Oyster River, Andy O'Brien.
So it was Noah Terracina. I was calling him Austin Dennis, but
Colin Donnelly. In 2nd place from Concord, Eli Bosch-Dinan. And the winner with a time of 9:35.63 from Merrimack Valley, senior David Reynolds.
so 9:35.63. That's a very good effort.
Finals. The top 3 athletes should
So I'm talking with Mike Smith right now. And Mike, what'd you think of that?
I thought that was pretty good. I was pulling for BD because we knew he has the least leg speed out of them all.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that he would exact a little revenge on Reynolds from cross country invite last year, where he got pipped right at the line.
Right.
Like you say, sneaky speed, right?
Yeah, he does have sneaky speed. I was kind of thinking Donnelly would have.
With 2 laps to go, he looked like he was the
Yeah,
most comfortable
he did.
at that pace.
They all got to figure themselves out where they can go and where they can't go. And I mean, I wouldn't leave it right to the end to try to beat David Reynolds.
No. And I think that might have been why he went at 800.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
do it.
You got to do it.
You got to really grind it and take the fight out of them.
Yeah, you can't leave him in it.
Yeah.
800's the best place, I think, to make a move.
Yeah,
Still
if-
have time.
If you're working on
don't
it,
have
you
a
know
great
if
kick,
you're if you're confident.
And you look, I mean, like I think the worst place is 400 to go.
Oh, because
Definitely
everybody
everyone
does
goes
it.
then.
Yeah.
You watch the 3 of them. They all
400,
just started
200,
to
100.
kick 400. I'm like, why not 450?
Right. Forrest tried to do it at 500 the other day, but Winslow's still there with 400 to go, and we know what's going to happen at that
Asked him
point.
about that
Yeah.
just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And he said some mean stuff about me. That's what he said, Jake Winslow. Because I asked
Oh,
him
really?
what Jake said. I said, did he say, like, let's go? That's what I thought he said. He goes, no, he said something bad about you.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's funny.
That's probably because I was telling Forrest. I said, I don't understand any of your Instagram posts. They don't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get into a brain of any kid right nowadays. I don't even attempt to decipher that.
Getting ready for the hurdles.
So in the girls' first heat, we got Shaylee Doolin of Oyster River, Amelia Brackett of Co Brown, Courtney Lopez of Nashua South, Kelsey Pierce of Exeter, Madison Garrity of Merrimack Valley, and Lexi, I would say Rue, yeah, of Manchester Central. So we have 3 sections of this.
And
Of
then
girls
finals
unseeded.
Finals will be later on.
Yep. You ever do the hurdles?
I did 300 hurdles a couple times sophomore year.
How'd you do? Did you like it?
I do like it. I want to do steeplechase.
Yes.
So
Steeplechase is where you make your money in college. if you can be a good hurdler, you can do, and you're a distance runner.
You'll have to talk to Coach LeVay about my hurdling skills.
Yeah, but you can figure it out. It's not that bad. Definitely, if you work on it.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it's fun. It was fun to do that a little bit. I don't have the speed to be a 300-meter hurdler, but definitely fun. 100 is so tactical.
Yeah, and you got to get your steps down.
Yeah.
With steeplechase, if you're good left-footed, right-footed, and you're a good distance runner, it's the place to be.
Mm-hmm.
If there are any volunteers that would be willing to help us out with a few items, please come out to the
Sun's coming out.
Yep.
We need some additional help. So any people that are willing to volunteer, please come out to the finish line area and we'll put you to work.
So it's going fast to slow.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like every meet switches, whether or not it's slow to fast, fast to slow. Always have to keep up with
So the
that.
cutoff must have been right around 18.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing about being on top of a hill, you tend to get a lot of wind.
Mm-hmm. Great view, though.
Yep.
I love this track. Never got to run on it, but
Oh, really?
yeah. This
Wow.
is our team's first year coming here.
Yep. Huh. Now, did you run any cross-country races here?
No,
No, never.
I know.
Oh, they're
Always
off.
wanted to. Okay.
I never even heard a gun go off.
I didn't either.
And they're boys. So we got the wrong one. So Manny Manny Feliz from Concord. So sorry about that. And that was
it's just the one heat of them?
so that would have definitely been a seeded heat. All right, I'm a little messed up here. See what's going on here. All right, so now we're back on page. So that was the first heat of the boys 110. I guess we should have noticed that when it came on. But Manny Feliz won that heat. In that heat was Aiden Palerno of Portsmouth, Jason Suwu of Somersworth, Manny Feliz of Concord, Jason Libby of Spalding, Stephen Weeks of Portsmouth, and Patrick Murphy of Kingswood. So the next one coming up, Heat 2 of the boys 110, Nick Richards of Concord, Trevin Leake of Sanborn Regional, Adrian Sutton of Spalding, Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth, Justin Edwards of Nashua North, and Owen DeCosta of Elverin. The top seed in here would be Adrian Sutton, who was also state champion from this winter in the
55?
no, he was 55 hurdles.
Maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the kid from Spalding. He very good athlete. Comes in with a 15.34. Manny came in with a 15.20 in the other heat.
They're off right now.
Adrian Sutton out to a good lead. Looks good. So Sutton took that one fairly easily. Yes, I don't know why we can't hear the gun, but probably because we have headphones on, but
That would make sense.
still. The next heat will be Cole Fuller of Portsmouth, Chase Adams of Halls Brookline, John Elliott of Pelham, Nazar Perry of Nashua North, Evan Tobler of Winnicott, and Thomas Lamar of Exeter. John Elliott comes in with a 15.48, Nazar Perry of Nashua North 15.54. So good solid times. No Billy Powers, but they're good solid times.
Again, still early in the season.
Yeah.
Lots of time to go.
I mean, we may never see another Billy Powers sub 14. You know, those guys just don't come along every day.
Yeah, it was always fun to watch race.
You guys don't have a very good view of the hurdles until they get into the last couple.
Yeah, it's tough. We've missed the gun a couple times.
Ladies, where you going?
They're off.
Always
Can you hear the
amazes
gun?
me how people think that it's no problem crossing the finish line.
John Ellie will take that of Pelham.
Yep.
He's having a great season. Then we'll have one heat of the boys unseeded 110.
Okay.
Don't go across the finish line.
And that will be William Lukeshire of Conant, Logan Rhines, White Mountains, Aiden Ahern of Co-Brown, Quinn Bowens of Kingswood, and Tyler Jeffrod of Trinity. So some good hurdlers in that bunch we just had.
Definitely. Wind's picking up again.
Yeah.
Trying to see what direction it's going in.
And sometimes you don't want the wind at your back for hurdles. You come up on them too quick when you get your steps down. And looks like it's coming across. What did Logan end up for time, Logan Valancourt?
I had two guys in there. One's named
Logan
Logan Tebow.
Logan T.
Landon.
Landon Valancourt. I got him rolled right.
I had like 9:57 and 10:14.
It's funny, I got half and half.
Half and half. Well, I was calling them one of the write-ups. I wrote the French connection because they both have French last names.
Huh.
They thought that was fun.
And the unseated heat's off, and see what we got. Looks like Aiden Ahern.
Mm-hmm.
Heating ahead of Cole Brown. There's a
Pretty good lead, yeah.
Yeah, there's a distance runner that's turned into a hurdler.
Always love to see that.
Sounds
Yeah.
like
Yep.
future.
That's the steeplechase. That's what we were just talking about a little earlier.
You guys, you don't go through there. That's no.
All right, so we go with the girls.
Seated.
Seated. You want to read those off?
Sure.
Just gonna check
So
on
we
something.
have Nikki Longa of Londonderry, Ashley Barham of Souhegan, Sydney Lewis of Nashua South, Violet Davey of Merrimack, Jacqueline Cawthron of Pelham, Kristen Giorda of Winnicunnet, and that's our first heat right there. So the top time right now is Sydney Lewis of Nashua South, 15:71. Putting the hurdles down.
I think could go.
You wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Take a break.
Yep. They were over there. You can check with Larry right there in the can. Yes, but don't come through here anymore. That's all right.
So which coach went down with Jake yesterday? Nate? Or did any coaches go down? Or just go with
I'm actually not sure.
just go down with his father or whatever? You ever been to the pen relays to watch? or
I
anything?
haven't.
I've never been either. I've had kids that coached go down there, got to run it, but I never went.
Yeah, it would be fun to watch. Fun to race at.
Yeah,
Hopefully at some point in the next 4 years.
yeah, get a chance to go down.
Parents getting a picture right now.
So just making sure all the hurdles are in line.
Mm-hmm.
I have the finalists for the Poet Hurdles. John Pelham.
So there's 3 seated heats, 3 unseated heats.
Felix from Concord. Mason from North.
It's too bad the thing keeps cutting out. Makes it difficult.
Jackson Libby from Spalding. Andrew Kelly from Portsmouth.
So no Will Fahey again this week for Portsmouth. I don't know what's going on with him.
Girls are off.
The girls are off.
Will be held this afternoon.
South in the lead. Lewis.
Cindy Lewis looks like she's going to take this one pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
She's solid. She's going off to UMass Lowell next year. She did that in 16.67. Nikki Langua, 1741 of Londonderry. Violet Davey, I mean, of Merrimack, 1745. Jacqueline Cawthon was fourth.
Okay, our second heat of the girls is Kathleen Messer of Bishop Girton, Kaylin LaChapelle of Sanborn, Adrian Bevis of St. Thomas, Brooke Clooney of Spalding, Sheena Kelly of Londonderry, and Camilla McAleer of Exeter.
Well, Cindy Lewis, she gets a lot of points for her team.
She does. At high jump, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
She's been a solid athlete from day one.
The girls 100 meters.
All right, second heat's off. Where the wind is howling now. It's St. Thomas looking pretty good here.
Bevins in the lead, yeah.
Adrian Bevins took that one. She ran a 17:09. Brooke Clooney of Spalding, 17:57. Shauna Kelly of Londonderry, 17:62. And Camilla McAleer of Exeter, 17.76. Funny how that big gust of wind came right up, right as the start.
I feel like that always happens right before races start.
I remember last year in New England, in the 100, Dalton Mutson from Concord had an unbelievable gust of wind come up. And nothing against you, Dalton, but that definitely helped. I think he snuck a 4th place out of there, out of New England.
Okay, third heat, Olivia Mazarol of Nashua North, April Weeks, Portsmouth, Taima Ronish of White Mountains, Camille Sweet of Exeter, Shauna Ruth of Timberland, and Emma Ramsey of Guilford.
Camille Sweet took that one pretty easily. She looks good.
Yeah, she looks really strong.
She took that in 17:09. Tamia Ronish of White Mountain, 17.7. April Weeks of Portsmouth, 18:18. Shauna Ruth, Timberlane, 18:23. So what year is Camille?
She's a senior.
She's a senior?
Mm-hmm.
Where's she going?
I don't know if she knows yet.
She doesn't know yet?
I was just talking with her last week. Still deciding, I think.
Yeah, she's a very good hurdler.
Mm-hmm.
So how many heats of this one?
3 unseated.
3 unseated, and so this is the girls unseated coming out.
So section 1 will be Shaylee Doolin of Oyster River, Amelia Brackett of Co-Brown, Courtney Lopez, Nashua South, Kelsey Pierce, Exeter, Madison Garrity, Merrimack Valley, Lexi Rue of Central.
So I've always said there's nothing better to watch than a hurdler that's got it all down.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect. Yeah. There's nothing worse to watch
The
one that doesn't. It's like it's eating like the first tomato of the year. It's perfect, but eating a bad tomato. Another Exeter girl, huh?
And this is Kelsey Pierce.
So Kelsey Pierce took that one, 18:21. Courtney Lopez of Nashua North, 19:03. Madison Garrity of Merrimack Valley, 19:21. And Shaylee Doolin of Oyster River, 19:28.
So my youngest took up hurdles this year just because they said that she had to do another event. She didn't want to run the 1600,
Yeah.
so she
took up the old hurdles, huh?
Because it's middle school, so
Right.
it's 5 hurdles and so much running in between. She actually does pretty good, even though she can't hurdle.
Right.
At all.
Space it out nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another unseated.
So this is Samantha Spalding of Concord, Rebecca Williams, Merrimack Valley, Jordan Heiser, Exeter, Madeline Stevens, Nashua South, Grace O'Malley, Bishop Girton, and Lexi Curland of Winnicott.
Wow, it's a good race right there. South took that one.
Madeline Stevens.
Yeah, Madeline Stevens took it in 1911. Rebecca Williams of Merrimack Valley, 1928. Samantha Spalding of Concord, 1966. Grace O'Malley of Bishop Girton, 1978. Jordan Heiser of Exeter, 2002. Good bunch of good hurdlers there in Exeter.
We do. Girls, we have great hurdlers. Okay, section 3 is going to be Megan Dean of Oyster River, Tally Carney of Pelham, Olivia Cray of Portsmouth, Megan Capizzuto of Winnicott, and Sarah Spanenberg of Bishop Brady.
They're off. Now we can hear the gun now. Before we couldn't hear it. I don't know if maybe if the wind was in a different direction.
Maybe.
Looks like Portsmouth's out in front here. They're always noted for their hurdling.
This is Olivia Cray.
Although it looks like Bishop. Ooh!
Oh!
I jinxed that one. Sorry about that. I definitely jinxed that one. That hurt. I'll just keep my mouth shut. Sarah Sponberg of Bishop Brady, 2037. Megan Dean of Oyster River, 20.98. Taylor Carney of Pelham, 2107. Megan Capzito of Winnicott. That was not fun. That hurt.
That definitely looked like it hurt.
That's where you would hope, you would wish that the track wasn't as
Yeah. But, you know, I'll say that. I would rather have a little bit of a rubber burn than if that was asphalt. That would be a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yep.
People say track isn't a contact sport.
Till you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than your kid falling on pavement and your palms out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I still have all those. Yeah.
Boy, they get up those final results fast.
So we got now some hundreds.
100 seated for the boys.
Okay.
So Heat 1 is going to be Jackson Paradis of Sanborn, Seth Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Paul Martin of Nashua South, Justin Cassidy of Londonderry, Owen DeCosta of Alvern, and Tyrone Benedict of Spalding.
We had a great hurdler at Portsmouth. He's won 4 events in the state championship. Reggie Snowden, I think I've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
He was in the sun-kissed, it was the Bruce Jenner meet in the 400 hurdles. And, you know, he was well on his way to be Olympic trials and everything else and snapped his femur.
No.
And that was the end of him as being a great hurdler.
Oh.
And it's just, you know, it was one of those odd things that can happen. So that stuff happens in hurdles and pole vault, long jump. So there is some issues that you can have, you know, in some of those events.
Yeah.
What's the most gruesome thing you've seen, Mike?
Oh, that would have been indoors. I think it was a Nashua kid.
Yeah.
Long jump. And I remember looking over and his leg was bent in 2 different directions at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was the exact same thing, a femur.
Was that a meeting? I don't want to say where it was at, but 'cause I don't want to bring anything. But person walked on the field and got a javelin.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, you know, it wasn't a kill shot.
Right.
But it was still not fun.
So this is the first heat of the boys?
Yep.
100. Looks like just making sure that I've got this right. Are we running the seededs first?
Yep. So
all right, so we've got Jackson Paradise of Sanborn, Seth Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Paul Marchand of Nashua South, Justin Cassidy of Londonderry, Owen DeCosta of Alvern, Tyrone Benedict of Spalding.
And they're off.
They're off.
It's funny, now you can hear the gun.
Now you can hear the gun. I guess it only matters that they hear it.
Yeah. Nashua South.
Nashua South.
So Paul Marchand took that one. 12.14. Justin Cassidy of Londonderry, 12.25. Seth Bayless of Merrimack Valley, 12.36. Jackson Paradise of Sanborn, 12.37. Owen DeCosta, 12.98. So pretty tight there.
Yep. They looked pretty tight coming in. Second heat, we got Parker Senecal of South, Remy Boujon of Plymouth, Albert Matriel of Alvern, Adam Thornton of Merrimack, Marshall Burns of Exeter, and William Tyler of Manchester West.
All right, here you go. If you want to get over here so that you can see the results right here. just lay out here that you can see everything right there. He'll read them off, and then you read off the finals. All right? Just say who you are, too. Watch the race.
Getting in their blocks now. Wind's definitely picking up a little bit. A little soggy out here right now. Here they go. Another tight race, it looks like. Looks like that one's going to be Exeter.
That was a close one.
That was a close one.
Marshall Burns comes in first from Exeter, 11.89. Second was Remy from Plymouth. Third, William Tyler from Manchester. Albert Matrill was fourth from Alvern. Parker from...
All right, and in the third heat, we've got Owen Medlock of Merrimack, J.J. Kennedy of Hollis Brookline, Jack McSweeney of Exeter, Adam Dufall of Alvern, Ken Kabambi of Manchester West, and Elijah Barber of Central. West and Central. Kabambi, that's quite a last name.
Hopefully they're staying warm down there.
Can't imagine being in a singlet right now, but.
Right. See, I was down there earlier. A lot of them jumping around, trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
Have to on days like this.
Yeah. Here they go.
Let's go, Adam. Hey, come on, Adam. Let's go, Adam. Come on.
Pretty tight, but it looks like it's going to be Exeter.
All right, Jack McSweeney from Exeter comes in first. J.J. Kennedy, Hollis Brookline comes in second. Close 1-2 race.
Yeah, now we're moving on to the unseeded 100-meter dash. In the first section of that, we've got Nick Travers of White Mountain, Derek Edmonston of Exeter, Isaac Smith of Nashua North, Jake Holland of Londonderry, Rudolph Badala of Exeter, and Reggie Hardwick of Milford. Seem to be getting intermittent sprinkles and no wind and driving wind. I suppose this is, the wind's kind of coming from their side or from the back, so that's a little bit better than right in their faces.
Yeah, give them a little push from from behind.
Looks like we're missing lane 3. Exeter out front.
Another Exeter one. Derek Edmiston from Exeter wins that heat.
Section 2, we have Kalik Bagley of Londonderry, Jackson Mom White of Portsmouth, Aiden Kelly of Manchester Central, Gavin Magistro of Mount Royal, Todd DeBrio of Sanborn, and Probin Tamang of Central.
Woo. There goes that wind.
Yeah. Wind almost took our tent away. Not that we're using it much, but it looks like it's over something important. Something Wi-Fi related, I imagine.
Technology.
Technology. Here we go.
Oh.
Ooh, false start.
Never a good sign.
No. See if we can tell what's going on.
I know the gun wasn't working that well earlier.
Yeah, I was
was down there.
I was gonna say this doesn't look like they've chosen to pull anybody, but maybe I'm wrong.
I watched one start where it was very quiet during the hurdles.
Yeah, we haven't heard. I mean, there was